And it looks like we're about ready to go, so we're going to throw things over to headstrong1290 and sickynar for their run of Jack 2. Best of luck.
You're sticky.
Yep. Okay. Just exit out of that real quick. Hello, everybody.
Welcome, everyone, to Jack 2.
Welcome to Jack 2.
Why don't you guys introduce yourselves?
Yeah, I am sickynar.
I'm headstrong1290.
I'm Ruh.
I'm OutrageousJosh.
This is Rousel. This is Jazzberry. This is Ouija. And that is G3. And then we've got a lot of people on the couch.
Way back.
Hi, Mike.
All the people.
Okay, so we're going to get this started. We're going to start just from a fresh save.
We're gonna go through here, and then once we pause, we'll count you down, and then we'll unpause to go.
Oh, you guys aren't doing a save file?
Ooh, none of that, dude. Ooh. None of those
So
baggy strats.
are we doing 3, 2, unpause, go?
Yeah, so we'll just go and go.
Okay.
Here. Yeah.
Would you like to?
Sure, I'll count us down. All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
Woo! Knock 2, baby.
So this is escape. This is very like parkour heavy. We don't really have any weapons or items right now. We just broke out of a jail.
Yeah, Jack.
We've been stuck in.
Jack spent 2 years in torture, so he just got out, and he's been injected with a lot of dark eco.
He's essentially like a super soldier now.
Yeah, you'll get to see that very soon.
Oh, because he can do that.
Yo, nice boosteds, guys.
Thanks. Yeah, that was a boosted. You see that a lot more in like Jack 1. You see it a little bit in this one.
And there's just very few of them in this game.
There's just very few that are relevant, yeah. Those guards never hit you. They're like programmed to miss or something.
No, they'd hit me every now and then, but yeah.
Yeah, they have Stormtrooper aim. You'll see that a lot, too.
Yeah, the NPCs in this game are not particularly smart. But they have clutch moments where they really pull through.
Oh, are you guys playing with the voices on?
Yeah, we're playing voices on.
Okay.
Oh, I'm not on.
So this is the only time you see Dark Jack. Even though it's like the theme of the game. Just because it's not particularly useful. It's very slow to accumulate the enough like of the Dark Eco to trigger it. And they just give it to you by default at the start, so. Right now what we're doing, this is where it's more about like, this is where the GTA style of the game really opens up. It's a lot of A to B.
It's a lot of stealing people's vehicles.
Yeah, it's a lot of like, there's some zoomer luck that is applied at the beginning here. You saw I hopped in this car. The reason I'm hopping in this car is because there's a lot more exploits that are available with this specific type of vehicle. And in the first 3 minutes, we're gonna do a ton of sequence breaks involving death warps, as you'll see coming up here.
Yeah, I guess it should be mentioned that generally you want to, like if you look in the bottom right corner, there's a mini-map there, and you generally want to follow the icons. But right now, as Sticky said, we're going to be doing a lot of sequence breaks.
So we call that red barrier skip, and this is yellow barrier skip. Walls are merely suggestions in this game.
So yeah, a big theme here is, you know, you're looking for the one-seater zoomers, because these are the fastest.
Yeah, the thing with zoomers is that there's a few different types of zoomers, but they all essentially work the same. Some are less consistent than others at getting some of the tricks. This is called Mars Tomb Skip. This essentially skips about like 60% of the game. Yeah. All we have to do is hop inside of this, land here, do a little bit of a deload, and then another boosted right in the center there. And we're both in Mars Tomb. That's supposed to be like a big, like the climax of Act 2, and you can see we're already there. Yeah. So.
So what they're about to do is they're about to skip about 60% of the game.
No, they just did.
Oh, they did?
That was.
Yeah, that was Mars Tomb Skip.
Although we have another couple of skips here, which are they can be pretty rough and awkward.
This one's a little
finicky.
Little finicky, a little tense. Let's see.
So I'll stay quiet for this.
Yeah, 1 sec.
Oof.
Oh.
That sucks.
Yeah, this area is out of bounds, and there's a lot of stuff you got to deal with throughout it, like dark eco and like invisible terrain.
And load zones.
This is the Daxter chase. This is the only time in the game that you operate as Daxter.
That's true.
I'm fairly certain that's true. With the exception of like the Daxter race.
Yeah, Daxter has a couple of other missions, but you don't really play as Daxter. They're just kind of like mini games, I guess.
Oh yeah, there's Metalhead Match.
Yeah, but you won't see that for a while.
There we go.
Hey, all right, awesome.
We in it.
Okay, so the first part of this looks pretty straightforward. There's a bit of optimization you can apply to this chase because there's like rubber banding. Like if you go really fast, the spider will like attempt to compensate, at least for portions of that. So there's like a few little strategies, like we try to make these hops as short as possible, and chain punches. And coming up is an audio puzzle for the two of us. Not before we watch the spider get smushed. And now, actually, we have the jet board now, which is this thing. We can do this with it.
Yeah, so that's called a hover glitch, or that's generally what we call it. And the whole idea is that there are two kinds of tricks that Jack can do on his jet board. There are horizontal tricks, and then there are vertical tricks. And so the idea with the hover is you're supposed to do a horizontal glitch you're supposed to cancel that animation into a vertical trick animation. And so
You probably guess why we call it the hover glitch.
yeah. And you could just repeatedly do vertical tricks to get that.
You chain them together and you just keep getting upward momentum.
I didn't realize Sticky was doing tombstones.
Yeah, I got it.
I should have.
No worries.
Yeah.
It was the easiest pattern.
Lucky boy.
I'll be quiet for headstrongs here. All right. We are now in the first boss of the game.
Yeah, this is Baron Praxis. This is the name.
He's kind of obnoxious. I mean, you'll see why. The whole idea is we're supposed to hit 12 bombs throughout the entire fight. It's supposed to be 4 bombs per phase. You see it has 2 little notches in the middle of his health bar there. And the whole idea is that in the first 2 phases, you want to get at least 8 bombs. However, you can hit a 9th bomb and possibly even a 10th bomb, but that's super rare because the last phase is really, really RNG heavy, and it makes it better if you have, 3. If he has 3 health instead of 4 for the last phase.
Okay, cool. So I got the 5 hit on the last phase. And you notice every time he does that, the health bar at the bottom jumps up 1 because it's like an overflow, and it kind of like, it doesn't have a protocol for what happens then.
Also,
That was
same voice
insanely
actor
lucky.
as Mr. Krabs.
Yes, that is true. Clancy Brown himself.
Very important lore.
Yeah, that's
Mr. Krabs has gone power hungry.
that was unlucky.
Pretty sure this is actually where he was voice acting during BFBB's development.
Yeah.
Shoutouts to BFBB.
Okay, that was the best thing that could have happened in an unfortunate situation. So that's the Baron.
All right, cool. I got it too.
Oh, you got the double?
Yeah, I got the double as well.
Tight. Or hovering. You'll see hovering become a major part of the run from here on out. Things like elevators are just slower to ride up, so we just do this. Okay. I'm gonna go for something here.
Poor Steve.
It's a big hover. It's fun to show off.
How much time does it save?
It's about 0.8 seconds.
0.8.
Got it.
Ooh,
Nice.
Do a little side flip. Boom. That was like textbook.
Yeah, a common theme going between missions here, you'll see a lot of death warps, like a ton of death warps. And we don't really know how a lot of them work, they just kind of do.
Yeah, game gets confused.
Yeah,
The game gets very confused.
The game just has a really strange checkpoint system, just all over the place.
Looks
It's
like
something-
Headstrong has a good angle on that hover as well.
Yeah, that was
Both of
really
them
good.
Got the hover. I think Headstrong
I-
won for style points though.
Yeah, it looked flashier.
Oh yes.
Let me go for something else here, just because while we're at it. Oh, okay, that was a bad angle.
Oh,
Never mind.
dude.
I was going just for hovering straight over the wall. It doesn't save time. It just looks funny. Okay, here's a blind hover. This is like a big maze area, but instead of going through the maze, we can just fly over it.
Nice.
Another common theme of Jack 2.
Just a hover over your problems.
Us Jack D runners just hovering over our problems. Oops. Uh-oh, don't shoot me, don't shoot me. Don't shoot me. Oh, God. That was not good.
Every once in a while, these guards will have a lucky shot here and there.
Yeah, they get lucky. Okay, we're good. Luckily, this is like one of the tricks that you can just keep retrying, so it's okay.
Yeah, checkpoint's like right there. Nice.
Yeah, we're good.
Uh-oh.
Ooh, that was a rough one.
Yeah, that was not good.
Ooh, again.
Yeah, wow.
I'm gonna take this really slow. I'm just gonna glide through this. There we go.
These guards know we have the platform and they're ready.
Nice.
Okay, we're good. Okay, so coming up is one of the slower paced.
They shot me too.
Yeah, this is on point today. They knew they were getting ready. They're practicing.
This is pretty rare,
Yeah, this is like gnarly RNG.
They never shoot you there.
but here we are.
Sicky gnarly.
RNG. Okay, here's another fun little hover. Yes, got it. Okay.
Nice.
I like showing that one off, and I kept messing it up in practice, but we're good.
I got the no music for on the way over to sewers.
Actually,
So
same.
silent.
It's silent for me, too. Ooh, I didn't get the insta door, but that's okay.
There's a weird little like manip there you can do to get that insta door open, where you hover through the sign here, like Headstrong's doing, and then you bring the camera in as you go over this first part of the ramp, and that actually should work for Headstrong.
Yeah, that looked like it worked.
So this upcoming mission is called, is it Sewer Escort?
Yeah, sewer escort.
And as the title demonstrates, it is an escort mission. And so, to fill in some of that time there, I have some trivia questions I'd like you runners to try and answer.
Oh no.
Everybody else is free to participate if they wish. So the only rule is you must attempt every question, even if your answer makes 0 sense.
I like it.
So the first question is, what debug text appears in the top left corner when you take Jack out of bounds?
Outside of BST.
Outside BST.
All right, Sicky, 1 point.
Oh, is it like a...
You gotta be faster.
It's a race inside
Is
of
it
a race.
race?
This
I'm
is
sorry.
awesome.
Yes. For a free point, what is your favorite Jack 2 mission?
Tour Palace.
Probably destroy cargo and dig.
All right, well, the correct answer was Escape because it's the most like Jack 1, which is the better game.
Great answer.
And then,
What is
okay.
this RNG? Holy cow.
Yeah, that was terrible.
We're at the 3.
I got like C.
Are they not
minus
dead?
RNG.
They just keep
Oh my god.
Were they just not spawning?
They were just like back and forth
Oh,
constantly.
that when it's you're walking one way and the other.
You guys ready for the final question?
I'm ready.
All right, what is the first line Daxter says in the Jack 2 intro cutscene?
That Daxter says?
Yes. I know, just added.
Ah.
Wait, the first line in the whole game?
Yes, just the first thing he says in the intro cutscene when they're in Sandover.
He says, ding, ding. Yeah, that's Dax that says.
The correct answer is easy for you to say. We did all the heavy lifting.
Oh.
All right, bonus round.
Last question, by the way.
These questions may or may not be about Jack, and they're worth 2 points each. Question 1. Why are eggplants called eggplant when they are neither an egg nor a plant?
You raise a good point.
The name eggplant was given by the Europeans in the middle of the 18th century because the variety they knew had fruits that were the shape, size, and color of goose eggs. I lied about it not being a plant. Next bonus question. How many calories are in 100 grams of eggplant?
Of what?
I'm seeing a pattern here.
How many calories are in 100 grams of eggplant?
200.
There are 25 calories.
Oof.
And then the final question. What is your favorite eggplant dish?
Hold on. I can't. I can't answer things.
He's focused.
I can't do things right now. Oh, no, you stay over there. You don't want these things to spawn behind you because you're actually protecting. You see your partners have health bars. So you don't want them to die. And you have to kind of keep micromanaging that.
Okay. Yeah, I gotta focus here, but I've only got 1 hit left.
Yeah, a great thing to mention about this final ambush here is that you really don't want to try and use any of your yellow gun ammo. You really just want to use like the entirety of your blue ammo here.
No.
Are we good? Okay.
Nice. Actually, coming up is one of my favorite missions. It's called Bomb Bots. And essentially what happens is we go visit our friend, one of the rebels, who is, and they're at HQ in the city. His name is Torn. And we find out that these giant spider robots are like on their way to the headquarters to like destroy them. So we have to stop them. And it's pretty fun. Mostly because it looks really funny to quick kill them.
I think we might have time for like a donation or two.
Yeah,
Oh,
that should be
definitely.
right.
Totally. Invisible guard.
Absolutely. We have $10 from Lincolnito. Hey, Headstrong and Sticky. Glad to see you both racing, hovering, and zooming through Haven City to put an end to the metalhead threat. Donation goes to Ultimate Difficulty in Spider-Man because PlayStation Classics do need some love.
Something I want to like make a note of is that this game has changed like significantly since the last time it was featured at AGDQ. A lot of the
yeah.
strats that we use like
Oh
in these
my
areas
gosh.
have been updated. Oftentimes, a lot of the updated strats are a lot harder. So I'd say like this route is very fun. It's very challenging though, especially since in the past couple years.
I think another thing to note here about the bomb bots is that it's funny. Like when you pull out the yellow gun and you start spin kicking and shooting the bomb bots, the spin kicks actually do more damage.
Yeah, most of the heavy lifting is being done by the melee.
So Jack's legs are stronger than bullets in this case.
It's true.
Wait, the kicking does more damage?
Yeah, the kicking is
most
what's dealing most of the damage.
Oh, wow.
Just look at him. And lucky zoomer.
Is it the race next?
Yeah, now it's time for class 2, which, so this is a place where, yeah, we can illustrate just how much it's changed. There was a moment in my run in 2017 at SGDQ where I talked about these things called lap skips, which at the time I mentioned were not RTA viable. They were not something anyone really attempted. And since then, Headstrong kind of pioneered a very consistent strategy for them. And we're gonna try really hard to showcase them.
Yeah, while
They're
they
tough.
may be consistent, they are really, really difficult.
So, yeah, we'll see.
Consistently difficult.
Yes.
I may need just like a moment for lap 1.
Sounds good. Nice.
Nice.
Okay. I'm gonna do it again. But yeah, that's what it looks like. It's pretty neat. It saves about 20 seconds if you do it all 5 laps.
Jeez.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
All right.
I think I'm going to stick to the non-lap skip route for the duration,
Alrighty.
just for safety.
How about you, Headstrong?
We'll see.
Okay.
Nice.
Would now be another good time for donations.
Sure thing. We have $10 from Andrew Ehrman. Loved Insomniac since the first Fire game back in the day. Then they made an amazing Spider-Man game. Let's get that ultimate difficulty incentive met.
So I think later in the run, there's actually one more race that's like this.
Robin?
Is there one more race like this later on?
Yeah. There's a
Yeah.
class 1 race later on, maybe
Okay.
about 20, 25 minutes later.
Oh, does it go 3, 2, 1?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we actually, during that sequence break, during the beginning of the run, we actually skipped class 3 in the process.
Okay.
So yeah, we still have the other one left.
Uh-oh.
All right, Sticky, what are we headed to now?
We're headed to get a weapon. It's called the Peacemaker.
It does the complete opposite.
It does the opposite.
It wreaks havoc.
Like, as much as you can imagine. Yeah, so what we're doing is, this is a really fun little checkpoint exploit. I love this one, actually. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna cross like some kind of checkpoint that's like floating in the air right here. And that lets us fast travel to like the clear other side of the city.
Why?
I don't know.
Like I said, reset warps, death warps, they don't make any sense.
They don't. Does anything in this game really?
No.
No.
So me and a couple people, Ruh and Ouija, developed a new setup for this trick right here. I'm gonna go for it.
Is that because you kept falling in the soft lock?
Yeah, I kept messing up, so I just had to come up with something new.
Okay. Improvise, adapt, overcome.
Oh,
Ooh.
Care to try for the course record?
okay.
All right. So we're headed to the Arrow race now, which
Yep.
is just a race through the city with, I guess, one of your rivals.
Yeah, there's this hotshot named Errol. He doesn't like you.
Are you going for ringless?
No, I will not.
No. Okay.
We're gonna showcase a couple different ways to do it. So I'm gonna do the ring method.
And it's funny, a lot of the races here have rubber banding, so you know the further you get, or if you're in front of Arrow will go as fast as he can to catch up with you, and if you don't slow down a little bit, or if you do slow down a little bit, he will definitely be right at your doorstep.
Yeah, they kind of make it look like he's like losing to you, but like he's just kind of waiting for you to like slow a bit, and then they'll just crank up his speed.
This game casually was brutal, and even as a speed game, this game is pretty brutal.
Yeah. And it's funny, like a lot of the people you'll see as Sticky will pass by a ton of people. We don't know if a particular person is solid or not solid.
Yeah,
So,
until you hit them.
Yeah,
and
until
then,
you-
and then you know.
Either they dive out of the way or they get flown across the world or whatever.
Do the rings give you boost?
The rings?
They do?
Yes.
Slightly.
That's actually why you lose time in some portions when you do ringless, but you gain it back just because the routing is better.
Oh.
Jack 2, ladies and gentlemen.
That's cool.
Oh, did you get caught?
I'm in the ceiling.
Yeah. I hate that. something that you can do with these cars is you can kind of do hops to like make your turn sharper, because you're literally like shooting yourself to the side.
Dude, sick time.
Yeah, like 158 or something.
Yeah, it's them too. All right, what's next? I kind
So
of forgot.
next on the agenda. So what we're going to be doing is going to this place called Dead Town, which is like from old Jack 1. It's like,
okay.
yeah, you know the place. Yeah, it's we're going to be collecting this artifact for Samos, another character in the game. And this trick looks really funny because there's a certain wall in the game that does not have like external collision. And we're just going to exploit that by going right through it. Ooh, not before I do that.
I hope you have insurance.
Ouch. Okay, so it looks like this.
So usually you'd have to go kind of around the whole map and then end up here, but he's just gonna hover on up to the end. Just like that. Good.
Yeah.
And then the hitbox here is invisible, but there's actually supposed to be a hut loaded in, I think?
Yeah. There's a model around the cutscene. It's supposed to be like you'll see it. It's right here.
Okay. And this is the hut from the first game?
This is like Samos's hut from like the opening cutscene.
I think it's worth mentioning that Headstrong here is doing the ringless strat.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it looks really, really sketchy. The whole idea is that the whole idea is that if you miss a ring and then hit one after the ring you missed, then the game will automatically fail that mission. However, the end trigger for the race is not exactly a ring, but it's just a loading
Just a trigger.
Yeah. So you don't have to hit any of the rings if you don't want to.
So what Sicky just got here is called Ghost Town. He hovered over the wall but still hit the loading zone to load the city in, but it doesn't load in the cars or the people, which gives him plenty more room to freely jetboard, I guess.
Okay. And I had so for that hover, I'd actually land in a very specific spot for this hut to load because you have to cross like a loading checkpoint.
And one question people also have a lot of the times is why can't you just fly from one corner of the city to the next? And that's because of the load triggers that are present within the city. So you have to pass through a certain load trigger to load the next chunk of the city. And if you skip one of those loads, you're just left with a void.
Yeah, like the game is waiting for Jack. It's because the way it's supposed to be a seamless kind of world, so it waits for Jack to cross a certain line, and it says, "All right, I'll start drawing up the next, heap of stuff."
Yes.
I think that was good. That should be good. Yep. So we're moving on to a section. It's called Haven Forest. It's supposed to be very reminiscent of the original. It's a lot of more parkour-based puzzles. The one we're entering right now is actually more of a combat challenge, which we're going to use to do some farming for ammo.
Which will be needed for final boss.
Yeah, because from here on out, after the setup, we're setting up to have a certain ammo count for basically the rest of the game. And specifically the Peacemaker. We're given 5, we have a max of 10, so we're just gonna wanna fill that up.
And that would be for the crew fight?
Yeah, well, yes. For the crew fight, usually is what people like to spend that on.
Okay. And during that fight, you guys will get to see like they double stack the charges of the Peacemaker, so they shoot 2 at once. Dealing double damage.
Double damage.
Double damage.
Yeah, this mission in general is pretty, it's pretty simple. You just have to protect Samos, make sure he doesn't die, make sure you don't die, and just kind of kill him quick so you don't get off of a specific cycle.
Okay, I'm in trouble. Gotta be careful.
And Sicky's using melee because if you shoot them, you lose ammo, but you want to farm ammo.
I think now would be a good time for donations.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not really
certainly.
much to say here.
Sure, we have $10 from Jake R. Sorry for the interruption, not to alarm anyone, but we're still quite a bit away from upgrading the Spidey run to ultimate difficulty. Come on, people, we can do it. Still almost an hour to go. Good luck to Headstrong and Sickynar on the Jack 2 run. May the best Space Ferret handler win.
Prince Vortex actually taught me a lot of the Spider Run yesterday, or the day before. Very interesting game.
Yo, you can keep going.
Oh yeah, we're good. We're gonna be here for a little bit.
Sure, we have $25 from Zero Jedi. All right, GDQ, it's time for us to speedrun these next incentives. Let's get it done. Here's $25 towards the Spider-Man difficulty upgrade.
All Spider-Man donations.
We have $500 from the Final M. Presented without comment, but thank you so much for your generous donation.
Probably wanted to say something about Spider-Man. Can you know?
No, I can hear you.
Oh, okay.
I just have nothing to say.
All right.
Okay, so I've effectively farmed all the ammo I need. I have 10 shots for Peacemaker. Just gonna do a little reset warp here, that way I don't have to leave the same way I came. Just puts me right back. So this part's funny, because you can actually hear the PS2 scratch, like the disc, the hard drive sound.
Oh, that's good.
Frost like the right point. So sometimes, like, if you want to be really optimal, you can like listen for it and then like pause at the right moment.
Yeah, so here we have another instance of Ghost Town,
That's right.
where all the terrain is loaded, but none of the people or the cars or anything else.
Nice.
This is a really odd version of it, because you'll see, he at the beginning there, it was really weirdly textured, and then as he got through more of the city, it loaded in properly.
It goes from the low poly textures that you would usually see from far away, and then immediately loads in the, I guess, up close high poly versions.
All right, so now Sticky has actually triggered the Rescue Lurkers mission. However, he's not going to be doing it right now. He's going to be going to destroy eggs. And so right now he has this mission stored. And if he dies, he loses that storage. And he has to drive all the way back to the mission when he's ready to.
Drive a shame.
Yeah.
All the drive shame.
There's like a flag that's been set, and the flag gets wiped if Jack takes a death. So what we're doing is just trying to take advantage of the fact that it's up, and go run some errands, do some story beats, and then just kind of zip back. And conveniently, the two missions we have to do are both carried out from the same spot. So we just go to this place called Vin's Lab and go from there.
Yeah, with the storage, they'll do a reset warp, and it'll immediately bring them back to the start of the mission, I believe.
Yeah, back to the start of the Lurkers mission,
Okay.
which is where I picked up the Zoomer originally. That's where we're going back. I love hearing like the little bits of dialogue over you.
We're taking heavy fire.
We've lost Data Squad.
So yeah, destroy eggs casually is quite a long mission, but yeah, in the speedrun, it's over.
Yeah, that's it. It's one of the design from back in this era where it's the ending is usually at the start. You just go in a big circle.
The beginning is at the end.
Yeah. This is actually one of my favorite missions coming up. It's also a very, pretty good time for donations too. It's just a lot of
When you walk.
Really long walk.
yeah, a lot of walking in this thing.
When you walk.
Oh yeah, I'm so desensitized to this. So we just walk on the roof immediately. We don't even go inside the start of the mission. Just because the collision doesn't end or doesn't go all the way out to the roof.
If you stop walking, what happens?
You start sliding.
Okay, you'll start
You can-
sliding down.
What you don't want to do is start using your thruster, because once you start using your thruster, you can't like get traction back.
Oh, you won't hit a
And
stand
you just
point.
fall.
Okay.
We have a $1,000 donation
Nice.
Nice.
from Sean Peterson. Hey all, Tester at Naughty Dog here. What a
Wow.
crazy run of Left Behind and now this insane Jack 2 race. A bunch of us around the office managed to pull some money to chip in during this amazing event to express our support for the community. Best of luck to all the runners.
Awesome.
You guys are
Yeah,
sick.
that was
Right on.
You did miss a few things though. But that's okay. It makes it fun for us.
We have $250 from Bromeo.
Awesome.
So many Spider-Man donations. Where's the love for Jack 2?
Thank you.
Let's give a big round of applause for our current amazing runners demolishing a favorite game from my childhood.
All right.
That's an
Oh,
unusual crash.
that's
awesome.
Yeah, I've never seen that.
Uh,
You can do mission select for that one, I think.
I
Yeah.
think.
Well,
Well, that
listen.
sucks.
So Jack 2 is notorious for hard locking. I think it's one out of 8 times it has a chance of hard locking during a cutscene, or just any time in general.
It's just ridiculous for just how much it can crash off of cutscenes. Crashing like that is completely random and out of our control.
Yeah, that one is like, we really don't have a way to mitigate that or predict it, which is unfortunate.
I think the last time I saw that crash was probably like 2 years ago.
Yeah, like entering VINs. Yeah, that's not common.
Wow.
Backup systems.
Okay, this is a little bit of a hold your breath moment.
Yeah.
Are you gonna get off jetboard?
If I have to.
Okay.
A reminder here, he still has that storage, that lurker rescue storage from before, so if he dies once, he has to make that drive a shame.
Where was I going? I was going to
Vin?
Vin, yeah. Right, I'm gonna have to drive to. I'm gonna have to do the drive.
Backup systems.
How did you do level select?
No, I did drill platform. I went to the wrong place.
She already had it.
Oh,
That's the wrong place.
backup file. Okay.
All right.
Nice. That's like really, really scary movement there.
And right here, I think he has a couple
Comm
frames.
skips.
Yeah, comm
Go for
skip
comm skip.
during the cutscene.
Didn't get it.
You could kill yourself, and it would make it go by faster, and you can use the portal earlier. But that would get rid of the level he has, or
Yeah,
the mission he has
unfortunately.
scored.
No, so no, eggs is right over
those are
here.
destroy
I'm
eggs.
just gonna have to go to drill platform.
Yeah, I would just go
Yeah.
to drill platform.
Yeah.
I forgot eggs and protect Samos and life seed are so weird there.
Are they?
Yeah.
Do you have to like drive?
You have to go from eggs to life seed and then do protect Samos, and then you're supposed to come back here for drill platform.
Oh, I see. So it's out of order.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, that's the one thing about mission select that makes it a little trickier is that,
there's an intended order.
yeah, there's an intended order to the missions, and we sort of subvert that often.
My game looked too weird.
So now what Sicky has to do is he has to free, I believe, 6 lurkers, and then transport them to a sewer so that they can escape.
Yeah, and generally these lurkers come in pairs. So there are 3 sewers kind of around the city, and there are 2 lurkers to a sewer.
And they are also notoriously finicky.
Yes.
So I'm shooting it early so that it'll go faster, because like when you shoot it once, he gets in like in evasion mode, and he just starts booking it.
Goes on high alert.
There we go. And then you just want to manipulate where these things fall so that they kind of aggro on the vents.
Siggy, is this a good time for donations?
Yeah, I was actually thinking
Yeah,
that.
right here,
This
for
being a good
sure.
time.
Sure. We have $50 from Jay Hobbs.
Nice.
Hi, Jay Hubs.
Hey, I know that guy.
Let's get that Spider-Man Ultimate Incentive then. A $5 donation train would totally get us there. I believe in you, Twitch chat.
There we go. Okay.
Nice.
We have $50 from Nezumi. Hi, I'll donate another $100 if the runners or anyone else can tell us what BSP in the outside of BSP message
gosh.
stands for. Shout out to my
The big space P.
Big sprite power.
I have no guess.
I
I'm
couldn't
not
tell you.
sure.
Is it border something positioning? I'm sorry, I don't know.
Border stuff.
I'm not a true Jack fan. I don't know.
Yeah.
I like all of your guesses. The answer is binary space partition.
Oh, okay.
So close.
So
Yeah, mine was real close.
You know, I was actually gonna say that next.
Yeah.
You can go ahead and donate still.
There we go. Hop on, please. Okay.
Nice.
Sick. Yeah, that last one can go either way there.
That can then be a little scary. Yeah. Yeah, there's two directions he can turn. He gave me the slightly less good one.
Did you already explain that this wall is not solid?
I have not, but I've already done it before. But yeah,
Just
you can try that at home. Just hop in a zoomer and just drive into that corner. You're good.
Casually drove through a wall.
Headstrong, you gonna go for that again?
I don't know.
That's one of my favorite little.
Oh, the
things
little
there.
OOB thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't have to. I have to do the drive anyway. What the?
Oh, whoa.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, this is the
So this
class
is
one.
class 3.
Class one.
Or class 1. I know this. Yeah, we're going to do more lap skips. They're a little easier in this one, but they're still pretty cool looking. I believe it was Headstrong who also developed these.
Lap skips.
Yeah. Headstrong came in and just kind of made a lot of really hard stuff possible.
Yeah. As Headstrong.
I just
does.
want to emphasize that.
As Jack 1 runners do. Just kidding.
Another blow to the parents.
Forgot I was on English. I meant to switch it to Japanese, but whatever.
Oh, then I could have mimicked that.
That was sketch.
Are you going for all 5? Sicky?
Nah.
No?
Nah. For marathon safety, I'll probably stop doing them.
Just break.
Just gonna break the car and just go. Be like, how was your day?
Yeah, there's a lot of driving in this game.
It's funny. The AI on this mission is pretty like weird. I don't even know how to explain it really.
We can use the word finicky a third time.
Like they really like to blow up next to you. Or
Yeah, it's almost like their goal is to not beat you, but to just to blow you up at any means necessary.
Just to get in your way. How can I make your day worse?
And a lot of times that means, well, if I crash here while you're right there, that means you'll die.
It's funny. A lot of the Crimson Guards are like that too, which you'll see right after this race. Actually.
Yeah, they have no regard for their own safety.
I love the ships. Just plowing into civilian vehicles.
I see one.
Oh right,
Okay.
I did mission select. I've got no ammo. No.
Oh, yeah, because the mission select
Yeah.
puts it different.
I'll be fine. I'll just have to deal with less ammo for mostly crew.
We believe in you, Headstrong.
Yeah, it might put you at 5 Peacemaker for crew.
Yeah, I'm at 5. I wonder what my ammo's gonna be for the end then.
You'll have
Yeah,
yellow as
right.
an option, though.
Not really, because I only have 100 for yellow.
True. I'm trying to think of where you could farm. You could mission reset at Defense Stadium for core.
That's true, yeah.
In the story, what did you win during that race?
Say it again.
During the class 1 race, what did you
I
win?
won access to the palace, to
Oh.
Baron's palace.
So you're just gonna go break into his house now?
Yeah.
Okay. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. It's pretty tight. Not before doing this series of death warps that we've already done before. They're utilized a handful of times in the run. But we're not gonna. This is another case of the whole like end is at the start, and you'll see. And you can do this way.
Thank you, Headstrong. Much appreciated. So I believe Sicky just bypassed a cutscene trigger there,
Yeah.
and now he's about to hover up and fall into the end of this level.
Yeah, just BRB. And there we go. Don't snipe me. Okay,
There you go.
And done.
And that mission's done.
Well done.
Thank you.
This mission coming up, it's really hard to explain. Which one? Crew?
This is Weapons Factory.
Getting to crew, yeah.
Getting. So we're coming up on another boss, but first we have to traverse this this gauntlet. Casually, it's really hard. It's like a gauntlet of like a bunch of challenges, but in Jack 2 Spirit, we just kind of go over the whole thing.
You just hover over
We just
problems.
hover over it. It looks neat though, in its own respect. The setup is actually very particular, very specific angle. So let's see if I can get it. Okay, try again.
Yeah, you need a really, really specific angle for this hover.
Yeah, like not just any angle you can take.
You have to go right over the door to load in the actual level.
That's good.
You need special black clearance for this door. Access granted.
Nice.
I think that should work. Yeah. Wow. There we go. That was scary.
Now he has to hover up here and hit a trigger.
I have
for the...
no idea how to explain this.
Yeah, this is
Just watch.
Yeah.
So he's just triggered the game to load in the upstairs boss fight, and the death plane is right there. You could hover up to it, you die, and it puts you at the boss
And then
fight.
it thinks you're at the top of the elevator instead of at the bottom.
It's like, oh, you must have fallen down the elevator shaft. Let me put you back up where you're supposed to be. And for this part, we just have to get all the avocados off the edge, and then we'll be good.
Yeah, I mean, Crew's another one of those bosses, one of those major bosses where, once again, you have 3 phases of the boss. And for this boss in particular, you just have to destroy all his green blobs and then, smack him with some Peacemaker ammo.
And that right there was the double-stacked Peacemaker.
Yeah, that was a double hit.
And the green blobs actually get progressively faster for each phase.
Do they?
Yeah, so
I've never
they're
noticed
really
that.
annoying. Especially in the last phase, it's pretty noticeable then. They're really gunning for you.
I never noticed because I only run gunless, so.
What is it? Trivia. Do you know how many spawn in each phase?
Oh my gosh. Is it the same every time?
Same every time.
Okay, let me guess actually.
How many what?
How many spawn in each phase? Or the
Yep.
third phase? Or is it the same number for all 3 phases?
It's different for each phase.
Okay, I'm gonna guess for this phase right here, and I'm gonna go with about 72.
I'm gonna go with 40 for this phase.
That's close.
Cheating.
What's the number?
It's 25, 30, 35.
Okay.
Did you count?
Yeah, I did. I counted that.
That's epic.
So with this fight, there are these little green guys. They'll sometimes like get stuck in like the terrain and like not follow you or not find you, and they're like will be way on the back of the arena. And I like to think of those as like the little French fries in the bags. And you're like, oh, there was another one.
Yo, Sicky, can I have a fry? Guess not.
Also, I think it should be known that if you zoom in the back corner of the arena here,
Oh my gosh, I found that out today.
You did?
it'll
I-
reset the
Headstrong, dude.
I
entire
can show
fight.
it. I can show it off when we get there. Since,
Okay.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
It's pretty amusing, and no one really knows why it works.
Has 0 application.
Yeah, in fact.
Except for maybe finding crew skip.
Yeah, crew skip is one of those things like it just happened and we don't know how, and we don't know how to replicate it even still to this day. So some random person out there wants to help find crew skip, join the
Yeah.
Discord and help us out.
Yeah.
Help us do some glitch hunting.
I've put a $3 bounty on crew skip.
I've
Make
put
it
25
4.
cents on it, so you put out a solid $3.25 on it. if
Dude.
anyone wants to-
That juicy paycheck is waiting for you guys.
BRB going to the dollar menu.
Maybe that Naughty Dog test dude could help us out.
Wink, wink.
Holy wink. Oh wait, I'm wearing glasses. You can't see me wink.
This is a good time for donations. Just because it's just like an arcade game for about a minute.
Sure, we have $100 from Nezumi. Hey, some folks in chat knew it was binary space partition, so here's the $100 I promised.
Thank you, chat.
Thank you, Dad.
Thanks, chat.
We have $500 from Schultzauer.
Nice.
Wow.
Super excited to see Jack 2 at GDQ. Go headstrong and sickynar. Strong smug.
Yeah, if I hit any of these reds, I'll donate 5 for every red I hit, or for every single one I miss. And you'll see how many I missed because at the top, it'll subtract one of those circles.
Headstrong double tapping there.
And something like an FAQ for this, none of this is random. This metalhead mash is like the same sequence more or less every single time.
Are you really not gonna hit a red one? Okay, thank you.
I missed 2 by doing that actually. So
What a kind
that's
soul.
$10.
I mean, the animal.
Okay, and let's not crash. All right, we're good.
Nice.
That's a very notorious section, and zooming in there is like known to make it crash less.
Yeah, if the game's gonna crash, it's gonna be at that spot right after that cutscene, because it has to load in the whole, what is this, the harbor area?
It's like a port.
Yeah, it has to load in the whole port, all the people, all the cars.
No one blink.
Oh, this right here is new.
Ooh.
Oh, that wasn't new. That was just a thing. Here we go.
I just got Crew's voice in my ears out of
Here's
nowhere.
this as well.
Oh, there's the crew
There's
reset.
the reset. It keeps happening. It's kind of great.
What a useful trick.
Yeah. Very, very cool when you're on PB pace and you accidentally reset the fight
Yeah.
in the last phase.
You accidentally R3.
All right, so Sicky just completed what's called underport skip, and I'd say it was the hardest trick for me to learn personally for this game, and I think it is for most people. Are you gonna go for the hover, Sicky?
Nah, it's scary. That is.
You gotta face your fears someday, man.
You're right.
Not today, but
Today
Yeah.
is not that.
Timing is everything. Let's.
Try and farm some ammo here since the mission select earlier.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, another useful thing about crew is if you somehow get damaged by one of the green blobs, you can just you have your invincibility frames and you can just smack smack a few of the green
Jack two.
blobs there.
Jack 2 has iframes?
Barely.
Barely.
They exist though.
Oh.
They're known to occur.
They're known to occur on occasion.
This is a section where you just have to really focus, and it's not hard, but just like don't die. It's just like, please don't die.
Yeah, if he dies here, there's no checkpoint. He has to reset from the start of the escort part.
And that goes for a lot of the Jack 2 missions. There aren't very many checkpoints within the missions themselves, so a death in any part of most missions will bring you right back to the beginning. No
The
question.
reason why
Pick a death because I want to refill my health. Sorry.
the lack of checkpoints is a big reason why this game was so difficult casually.
The ceiling doesn't load until you get to the top. And there it is. Okay, so coming up is this is sort of we've entered endgame, and this is all like Haven City is being overrun by metalheads, which are like one of the main like species that you're kind of fighting against the whole game. You'll notice everything is chaotic. Something that this adds is an increased number of character actors and like models in the city, just because there's a bunch of different like people fighting each other. This does put a lot of work on the PlayStation, and coming up is another notorious crash spot.
Do you want to make a save or no?
But it also kind of speaks a lot to like, I'm sorry, what? Were you saying something? I didn't hear you.
Oh. Are you going to create a save or no?
No,
Okay.
that'll be fine. I mean, should I say?
I think you'll be all right.
Nope.
But something that also speaks to is just like how I feel like this game really pushed this console to its limit, and it's very interesting just to see like how like what can be done with this generation.
I mean, there's not really much going on other than this drive and Metalhead Mash, so I think we have time for donation.
Donos.
All right, we have $5 from Puzzle Box. Chat told me that I could meet Ultimate Spider-Man on this $5 train, so let's see that happen. We have $5 that says, Spider-Man Ultimate Difficulty, let's go.
All right, so now we have our final escort mission, defend Stadium.
Yeah, this one is so what we're doing is we've assembled this spacecraft, which at the time I don't know if you're supposed to know what it's used for, but you're just trying to move it from here over to this giant. And I'm explaining this in a very specific way. So they built this carrier over there to move this thing that was over there. And then in my head, the little armchair critic in me says, why didn't they just build the lift by the machine?
Yeah. They didn't have time.
They thought it'd be more fun to try and dodge all the metalheads.
You're right. This is pretty fun. I'm having a good time.
Hey, you've been collecting ammo this whole game. Why don't you help us out?
Okay. Fun fact, it does not make it move faster to hit it.
Is that tested?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh, okay.
They are quite identical.
Nice.
I think I will try to go for the hover here just to see if we can
Ooh,
show
yeah,
it off
Just
a
do
bit.
it. Yeah, that'd be tight.
Yeah, this hover is probably one of the most recent strats, if not the most recent strat here.
I'm probably one of the hardest hovers.
Yeah, easily.
Arguably, yeah.
You have to start slow, then speed up, and then really speed up.
And then slow all the way back down. Wow.
Oh my
Oh!
Wait. Yeah!
Can't be understated how hard that is. You have a very specific tapping rhythm you have to do. Like, it's not just an angle, it's like your tapping has to be done a certain way.
That was incredible.
I'm still driving.
We drove.
There's a lot of driving in the endgame. Gives you time to contemplate everything you've done up until now.
I think Headstrong should win by default for that. Personally. It's like grabbing the snitch during Quidditch. Did you already go to construction? Oh no, you're still
he's-
driving.
No, he's
That's
on.
right.
I'm on my way.
Yeah.
Your Uber is on its way.
And this is the part that's notorious. Is this the part that's notorious for crashing?
This part has a history of crashing, yeah. Like, the part when you get to the front door of construction site, something about, like, loading that just doesn't agree with the game somehow.
Okay.
That's not common though. But look, I jinxed it, so we'll see.
Can't
I
wait.
already got the one crash for us. We're good.
Two's a party.
Who's a party, right? That's the expression. Woo, just the two of us. Party.
Okay, Headstrong's doing a little bit different movement on the way to Protect Stadium here. And it was actually timed to be even, doing this route compared to just the drive there.
But a lot dumber.
A lot more.
Nice rock.
Like that.
Wait, what is she doing?
Heading to Protect Stadium.
What?
Yep.
I've never seen this.
Yeah, this movement is really cool.
Surprise, surprise.
Is that supposed to happen?
Yep.
Oh. Jack 2.
Jack 2.
Yep, Jack too. That's all you gotta know.
Yeah, that's like half of our explanations for things. Just
Is that faster?
Jack 2.
It's the same
Even.
time.
Oh.
Yeah.
So Sicky's coming up at the final
The
boss
final
here.
fight. Time will be coming up soon.
Of course there was a zoomer there.
Yeah, movement in the end game, just anything can go wrong. You can drop hovers due to lag. You can hit zoomers in the air. You can hit invisible metalheads or just crimson guards or
The lightning
about
could
anything.
flash, cause lag, and kill you during a hover. Good
Who
game.
knows?
All right, time's coming up here soon.
Okay, this is bad. Okay, no, we're good. Under control. I think we're good.
All right, time is...
Time coming up.
Sicky, we'll say time.
Ah, okay, here we go. And time.
Good job, Ziggy.
Good.
So Sicky's got a little after run present here for everybody.
Just to show a funny little thing that can be done in this game.
Oh boy. Oh, there it is. Very cool.
Yeah, pretty neat.
Yeah, the first thing we did when we found debug mode, we just kind of went through a bunch of cutscenes and just placed Jack in there and messed around like we're doing now.
I'm trying to get his face.
L2, R2.
There we go. I'm trying to get it back to normal.
But we're switch guns, dude.
You're not going to be able to with those
Thank you.
decimal points.
I pushed the button like 10 times and you didn't switch the gun.
Trust me on this. Stay away from any wumpiness on your 9th birthday, okay?
I sure hope I built this replica right. I don't know if it...
I guess we got time for some more donations.
Very machine we found.
Absolutely. We have $50 from Kurducky.
I just built
Hey there, ladies and gentle monsters. Here's some cash for Headstrong to buy some ammo and also Friend of me and I are developing a small indie game and hope that one day it may be played at GDQ. Love Jack 2, love GDQ, love all of you, brave runners.
That would be awesome to see your game at this event.
Good luck to you.
Yeah.
Without you.
It's funny. The boy won't remember any
We have
of it.
$50 from Odd Garrett, settling in for an evening of speedruns, happy RNG, and good life saving.
I think this might be a good time to do a shout out to like the Jack community.
All right. Yeah, shout out to the Jack Discord. You can find it at discord.gg/HUV9 lowercase e. I actually don't know. What it
I was like, you know that by
I was like, wow.
Practice this.
Thank you everyone for watching. Well, obviously we're not done, but I was doing shout outs.
Oh, shout outs to
I'll laugh on
Gunless
that.
too.
Tonight, we get to celebrate with our new friends. Besides, tough guy.
yeah, I mean,
dying to see
Not much else to say there.
Shout outs to you, Mom. Thank you for everything.
Whatever.
And that's all I got.
Shout outs to Amber.
Oh yeah, Amber. Woo!
Almost there.
Are you on your way to oh yeah, you are.
Yeah, in a construction.
If anybody finds a skip just to this level right here, you skip, I think, 40 minutes of the game.
Yeah, that would be like the
Yeah.
holy grail
Yeah.
of Jak 2 is getting to this mission.
And it's interesting too, because you can actually get here early. You can get into this place. The cutscene's just not there. So if you can find a way to have the cutscene there, we can actually skip literally the whole game.
Yeah, that would make it like the shortest Jak any percent in the trilogy.
Because you just go directly from escape to there.
It'd be shorter than Jak 1 any percent?
This game would be like 10 minutes.
It'd be like 5 minutes.
Yeah, I guess.
Don't you need to get the jet board first?
It would give you the jet board if you hit the cutscene.
Well, to get there, you need to hover over it, right?
Nope.
No, you can
No?
use zoom or hover to get out.
Oh, okay. Didn't know that. Then yeah, it would be under 10 minutes.
All right, yeah, Headstrong's coming up
Oh, that's a terrible angle.
end here.
Yeah, that should just put
Yeah, I'm just gonna go over here.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I'm just gonna start that part over.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Where to put me? There we go.
Nice. Were you trying to skip the cutscene before?
You can.
Oh, you
but
can't?
You can.
can.
Oh, you can.
I was just trying to get a good angle over there. It was a terrible angle.
I see. Sicky, what are you doing? He's just still going at it in his own little world. So we got spin to win for Headstrong here. And when you don't look at the boss, the enemies don't spawn, is that correct?
Yeah.
The little minions. don't
There's like eggs that are spawned there, but they don't even like hatch.
I didn't even
Okay.
see the health move on my TV.
Is it cut off?
Oh, okay.
Right here. But,
I'm just gonna finish it up and then
yeah,
we're gonna
just
cut
right
it
here.
real quick. And
There we go.
Excellent race, you two. That was fantastic.
Yeah, that was real fun. I'm really happy I was able to have done this with
Good,
everyone.
yeah, good to show it for everybody.
Thank you to the GDQ staff for letting us put on this show during your glorious event.
you guys are great. Thank you.
Yes. Shout outs to Tech Crew as well for making all this happen.
Yeah, thank you, everybody.
Enjoy the rest of the run.
Let's hear it one more time for Sickynar and Headstrong with their amazing race of Jak 2. We're gonna take a quick ad break, so don't go anywhere. we have $25 from TWBY. This year donating has a personal meaning for me. Glad to be supporting a great cause. And with that, we are going to kick things over to an interview with HalfCoordinated. Take it away.
Hi there, Keizaron. How are you feeling about your upcoming interview with the prolific speedrunner, HalfCoordinated, who has done 8 runs for GDQ so far with his upcoming 9th run, Earth Defense Force 5?
I feel like I'm supposed to be sitting over there.
I don't see anything wrong with this. This chair is real nice.
Also, I'm stuck because, I'm looking forward to this interview. I think it's going to be a really good one. And wait, but I'm supposed to be asking the questions, not you.
Are you sure?
Guys, am I? Me. I think it's. I'm taking my interview back. So welcome everyone. This is Keizaron. I'm here with big interview boy, HalfCoordinated here, and. There we go. You got some fans out there. So you did mention you are pretty much just a veteran of GDQ at this point in time. You're always part of really cool, amazing runs, especially considering the fact that, you have to play a different way, but you always bring that like positive message of you can play no matter what. And that's always a really cool thing to do. But let's keep it lighthearted and let's actually just immediately go into social media because you got a lot of questions here.
Okay.
And I couldn't pronounce the name of your game when we were first talking about it, so I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole. I've embarrassed myself enough.
That's fair.
Let's start with @theseer44 asking, do you have high hopes for getting everyone to sing the songs with you?
I absolutely have high hopes for getting people to sing the songs with me. And for audience participation in general, you all are going to shout EDF. You've been enlisted into the Earth Defense Force.
Oh, I don't know if the mics are picking that up, but they're already chanting.
Already.
We got a lot of social media tweets just flat out saying EDF.
And I will be tweeting out the lyrics to the main song, and we will be singing it during the last mission. So you all will have the lyrics, no excuse.
No excuses at all. We also have it. I can't read that. Can you pronounce the name?
Yeah. Who is the best character, and why is it Majima Heart? So this is
that question.
Psychotic Kitten. Hello, Kitten. And I have to disagree. I prefer Kazuma Kiryu and his pure dad and energy.
All right, so we got a Dead Witch Flying. I can actually read this question. What on earth could have drawn you into this fever dream of a video game franchise? And also, what's your favorite character class? A 2-for-1 special.
It is a 2-for-1 special. So I definitely, I remember just seeing a review for Earth Defense Force 2025, which was the 4th game, and just thinking, that looks neat and fun. And I was right. And my favorite character class in both that and Earth Defense Force 5 is absolutely the Fencer. They are billed as a slow and heavy class, but you can fly faster than anyone else.
I like flying fast. Did you know that flying in Animorphs doesn't actually work?
That surprises me in no way.
Agreed. So we got a couple more social media questions here. This one's from the Shuver. Hi, Shuver. How did you find out about Earth Defense Force, and what made you so interested in speedrunning it?
So I already answered part of that, I guess. Yep. Found it, just really enjoy the cheesy B-movie vibes. Speedrunning, it's a game. It's one of my favorite game series, but I never expected I would be able to do a speedrun that would get into a GDQ. So by the way, thank you for letting me run one of my favorite games at this event. And once I found, hey, there's these DLC missions, they might work out, and it's a fun run. It's a good time, and we save the Earth.
And we also have, finally, Fina. Why are you so awesome, HalfCoordinated? And good luck. And also, I think we can get the crowd to participate in this. EDF. EDF. Now, seriously, why are you so awesome?
I just do my best, and in the hopes that everyone else will also do their best.
A really touching sentiment there. Now, speaking of sentiment, he somehow slept through this entire interview, so I'm actually going to steal his tea real
Who's taking my tea?
Well, I wanted more on my pants, I guess.
Oh, yeah. So you want a morning snack, Keys?
Sure.
It's like 4 p.m., isn't it?
I just woke up because Animorphs.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Anyway, hello everyone. My name is Sent. I've been sleeping on this couch for the last 12 hours, I think. And I'm here to tell you guys about some of the amazing prizes that we have available from now until the end of Devil May Cry 5 a little bit later today. Now, before I start talking about these prizes, I do want to mention that we have a bunch of amazing incentives this afternoon, including an incentive for our very next run, Marvel Spider-Man, for them to play on Ultimate difficulty, which I assume is rather ultimate. Right now, I believe we're about $8,000 away from making that happen. But on a pleasant note, that difficulty setting can apparently be changed at any time, so we're going to keep it running throughout the game. But still, let's get it met as soon as possible so that Pestilist has to hopefully struggle through the game on a little bit more of, something befitting a superhero.
Absolutely.
We're not playing easy here. We want to play ultimate. That's what it's all about. Anyway, guys, we have a bunch of really cool prizes to talk about, so let's get to it. So from Skinny X Puppy, we have an absolutely beautiful Spyro the Dragon Perler. It's adorable. It's about yay big. You can see a great picture of it on our tracker. It's a $5 minimum donation, so I mean, hey, nothing to lose. Get $5 in, get $5 in towards Spider-Man, right? You could come home with a great Perler. Or for also a $5 minimum donation, we have a lovely Spider-Man print from Nelma Thyra. It features a younger Spider-Man. I think that's the more Marvel Cinematic Universe Spider-Man in these latest movies, like Far From Home. Super cute print. Love it. Again, $5 minimum donation. Now, also for a $5 minimum donation to celebrate the end of Horror Block, we have this Bobby Barrows Perler Bead Sprite, also known as the Scissor Man from the Clock Tower series. I have no idea why he is called the Scissor Man. I assume it is because he ran with scissors at some point in his life and is now infamous for it.
I thought those were bunny ears. I think I'm the one that needs sleep.
Keys, I'm going to let you hold the scissors. Please don't run with them. There are already enough problems here.
Not every character is an Animorph.
I'm sorry.
From our friend Pearl Pop, we have a couple of beautiful Perler scenes. We have this this Mega Man Perler scene that I'm holding in my hand, as well as the Donkey Kong Perler scene that is right behind HalfCoordinated there in the shot. The Donkey Kong Perler scene is a $10 minimum donation, and it's absolutely beautiful. But this Mega Man Perler scene that I'm holding is a $15 donation. And I've talked about it before, but when we talk about Perlers, there's kind of two schools of thought. You either get like a perfect flat melt, or you get, kind of like a mesh see-through thing going on here. It's a little hard to see with the lighting, but you can just see right through this Perler. Like if we hold it up to Keys' face, you can't see Keys, and that is an improvement to this interview. So there we go.
I'll keep it up there.
Wow, I got booed for that. They love Keys. Guys, we also have this absolutely beautiful Dante and Virgil jackpot print sent to us by Josen Ho. He's actually done a couple of the Yeti shirts that we have for the past couple events. I believe he has a shirt going with the Yeti right now. Shout out to the Yeti, by the way, great sponsor. It's a super cool print. It's a $15 minimum donation. We have so many absolutely amazing prizes to talk about that you're going to want to head over to GamesDoneQuick.com. You're going to be able to see all the prizes there, as well as all the incentives you can put those donations towards so you can win those prizes. Incentives like the amazing Marvel Spider-Man one, which again is about $8,000 off, but it's going to go through the run, so let's get it met as fast as possible. And of course, you can find out about all the amazing speedruns that we're going to have coming up later today. Speedruns like that Marvel Spider-Man run with Pestilist. Let's start back to the front and get ready for that to happen.